we expect so much from the other person. I expect him to bring A, B, and C to the table. What am I also bringing to the table? So when you're single, this is when you're building yourself. This is when you're reading a lot. This is when you're developing yourself. So you'll be able to come to the marriage as a wholesome person. Yeah, because you have grown. And the other thing you're supposed to know as a single person is that you have all the time by yourself. So it is a blessing.
It's a blessing.
You have the time for yourself. But when you get married, your time is shared by other people. Your time is shared by your husband. Your time is shared with your kids. So as a single person, enjoy that good time alone.
Before you get married, tell your partner, if you have any debts, mwambie your time before you get into the marriage and they come to learn later. Let them know that you don't get your full salary because some of it goes to the debts. You are paying debts, or some of it goes to the fixed saving account. You have a fixed saving account. Let them know before they get there so that they can be clear. Now I am getting this marriage and I know that my husband or my wife has dedicated or has split his finances and is going to pay debts or is going to for the savings. Something that you should discuss.
And also on about money, you should also discuss, are we going to have a joint account? Are we going to have separate accounts? What will happen when we need to do a big investment? Do you expect me to chip in? Are we supposed to get money from that joint account? Are we supposed to see the cost of the investment and share in between? Discuss. Money is a big issue.
It's a big issue.
Money is a big issue. Know how you're going to split your bills. Who is going to pay what and what? Who is not supposed to pay what and what? Who is supposed to go to work? What are your spending habits?
I
am Wambo Mbuthia.
And I'm Paula K. Welcome to yet another beautiful episode of the Triple S, aka the
Sweet, Soulful, and Spicy channel.
Yeah, we thank you so very much for the subscription. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, welcome to Sweet, Soulful, and Spicy. Kindly make sure that you subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to yet another beautiful episode.
Also, make sure that you hit that notification bell so every time we post a new video, you are the first one to be notified. You'll be among our premium gang.
Wow, thank you so much. So we are going to go straight on our today's episode, and we are going to be discussing before you get married. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. What are you supposed to know before you get married? What are you supposed to do before we get married? At least from a few years of experiences, there are things we wished we knew.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Most of the time when we are getting married, there's a lot of norms, things that you hear about marriage. You go to the marriage with already expectation, you know, all these things. Yeah.
So welcome today to learn of what you should know before you get married. Yes. Okay, I'll start first. So number one, I would say, before you get married, understand that singlehood is a blessing.
Wow.
Singlehood is a blessing. It is okay to desire to get married, but ask yourself, am I really prepared for the marriage? Am I being prepared? And then, single people, you guys have an opportunity to get it right.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, because you are learning and you're here developing yourself. So as a single person, instead of staying and wondering when will you get married, seeing as if you're taking a lot of time or time is moving so fast, you're growing older and older, understand that this is a period you have to develop yourself to be the person, to be the partner you want. Because we expect so much from the other person. I expect him to bring A, B, and C to the table. What am I also bringing to the table? So when you're single, this is when you're building yourself. This is when you're reading a lot. This is when you're developing yourself. So you'll be able to come to the marriage as a wholesome person. Because you have grown. And the other thing you're supposed to know as a single person is that you have all the time by yourself.
Yeah.
So it is a blessing.
It's a blessing.
You have the time for yourself. But when you get married, your time is shared by other people. Your time is shared by your husband. Your time is shared with your kids. So as a single person, enjoy that good time alone. Enjoy that money alone. Because when you get married, money is also shared. You have bills to pay. You have kids to take care of. So number one point you should know, even before any other thing, is that your singlehood is a blessing.
To add on that, being single is a point in life where you get to have a relationship with yourself. You can dedicate most of the time to understand who you really are, to adopt those values that you might need, and to realize where you have a problem and correct them in the process. Because we all of us, we are work in progress, but it is easy to work on yourself when you are alone, when you're single, because you get time with yourself, time to analyze every character in your life and ask yourself, why am I acting this way? Why have my relationship failed in the past? What should I do when I get to the next step? So that singlehood period is a time to get to know you and create a better relationship with yourself.
I would also say that in your singlehood is also a time you can build your relationship with God. Because this time you're able to study the Bible without interruption. You're able to wake up at night and pray. You're able to do all that without interruption. But when you get married, ukiomba, before you say amen, umeitwa mami mara kadhaa, somebody is missing something, somebody wants something from you. You see, when you're reading that Bible, before even you end a chapter, somebody already needs your attention. So grow right now when you're single. It is very important.
Also, during that time when you're single, there is a lot of time. You have a lot of time to grow your relationship with God. I remember when I was single, I used to go even to the prayer mountain. I spent days there. Like I would even spend like 4 days in the prayer mountain. But right now, I don't even remember the last time I went. Because that time I had time and time to build my relationship with God, and also I knew I'm not accountable to somebody. I'm not responsible to someone.
So anytime this particular time you're single, develop yourself, develop your knowledge, because it's one thing to attract a partner and it's another to sustain a marriage. So develop yourself in ways that you're going to sustain this marriage and you're going to sustain this partner, because with beauty you're going to attract, but remember, beauty is not going to keep the marriage. Beauty is not going to pay the bills. Beauty is not going to do so many things. So develop yourself as a single person. It is a blessing.
We should go to the second point. Before you get married, this is for somebody who is dating. Discuss about kids. Discuss about how many kids do you want. If you get to, if you don't get, it's a discussion people should have, because you know, when we are young and all of us anticipate to have children, but you don't discuss what if we don't have. What if we don't have? How are we going to act about it? What if we get to marriage and it goes years and years without having children? How are we going to handle it? Because all of us have, yes, we are positive we are going to have children, but what if these children don't come along? What are we going to do? Are we going to adapt? Are we going to break up? How am I going to handle? How are we going to handle this? It's something that I think people should discuss, because it happens to a lot of people in marriage. What if we get a child and we lose a child? How are we going to go about it? These are some of the discussion I believe people should have. We stop avoiding this negative discussion, because they can come. We don't call for these things, but they do come. How are we going to handle it when it comes? You know, if you have children, how are we going to handle these children? How are we going to parent? What are our parenting values? You know, when I am as a person, probably I would want to hit my
Yeah,
child
yeah.
when they do something wrong,
Mm.
but maybe my partner doesn't advocate for that.
Mhm.
So parenting values is something that you should discuss
Yeah.
before you even get there, so that when you get there, you will
Mm.
not have any misunderstanding.
Exactly. Also, when it's about kids, you should also discuss how many.
Yeah.
How many are we going to have?
Mhm.
How many are we capable to raise? What kind of life do we want to give them?
Yeah, sure.
What kind of schools do
Yeah,
we want to
schools.
take them?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not just a matter of waking up and taking them to school.
Mhm.
What is the school offering? So there's a lot to discuss about children.
Mhm.
And then there are times that you find people nowadays. There are people who don't want kids
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you meet somebody, I want kids, but he doesn't want
Mhm.
kids, or the lady does not want kids.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big thing to discuss.
Yeah.
It's a very big thing to discuss.
Mhm.
We should normalize discussing about kids.
Yeah. It's something that
And you
people should
should, so
discuss.
that you can be okay with how your partner reasons.
Mhm.
Ndio isikakuwe shida kwa relationship.
Yeah.
So that, like you've said, I don't see you using the cane, and I want us to sit the kid down and talk.
Mhm.
You see, but if we agreed that even after now we use both whatever you want and whatever I want.
Yeah.
You want the caning,
Mhm.
but I also want us to sit them down and correct their mistakes and be able to tell them how wrong they were.
Yeah.
So we can either choose to use both. You can kidogo, and then we sit them down later. We tell them A and B, C was wrong. This is how you should do it. Just correct them so that they can understand why you've corrected them.
Yeah.
So it is very important to discuss about kids.
Yeah. True.
Very, 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 very.
So before you go to marriage, make sure that this is a discussion you have with your husband, ama your fiancé, somebody that you are preparing to get married to.
And I think on top of that, about kids, you should discuss how it is going to affect the both of you when the kids arrive.
Oh, yes.
This is very deep.
Yeah.
Because when the kids come, everything changes.
Yeah.
The time that you had together is now shared. You see, so you're supposed to discuss. The kids are here. How are we going to keep our relationship, or to continue building our relationship, even if the kids are there? How are we going to still manage going out on dates even when kids are here? How are we going to be spending quality time together hata kama watoto wako? You see, again, as they come, they also come with added responsibility.
Yeah.
So how are we going to be each individually involved in their lives?
In raising these
Yeah,
kids,
so responsibility yako ni gani, yangu ni gani?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it is one thing to be parents, and it's another to be intentional parents.
Yeah.
You see, because if you do not discuss about this, and you communicate that I want you to be a present dad, I want you to be a present mom, you will keep on thinking that being a father is going out and being financially responsible.
Yeah.
So emotionally hauko. You see, but when you communicate before you get married, you're able to tell your partner, apart from you being financially the contributor, I also want you to contribute to their well-being. Emotionally be there. Be a present dad. Be there when they're doing their homework. Be there, see them do the mistake and be able to correct them. Be there to instill the values. So you're supposed to really discuss a lot about kids.
Yeah.
They are a handful.
Yeah.
They come with a lot.
Yeah,
They
true.
come with a lot.
Yeah.
Are we going to hire a nanny to be taking care
Exactly.
of them? Or do you expect me to leave my job so that I sit down and parent and bring up the kids to a certain age? These are things you're supposed to discuss.
Yeah.
Because inafikanga wakati, you've gotten the baby, and then somebody tells you to stay at home, and maybe you had work.
Yeah, and you want to go back to work.
And you want
probably.
to, you're a career woman, you also want to go back to work. So unaona it will bring
na yeye anataka ubaki nyumbani, you raise the children.
Yeah. So you're really supposed to discuss about that.
That is a discussion you should not avoid.
In a lengthy one.
Yeah.
Don't leave anything out that you feel is going to bring some troubles later on. Yeah. So it is my point now.
Yeah.
So before you get married, discuss or have a background check of your partner.
What? Okay, tell us about it.
The background check. Understand who this person is. Where is this person coming from? How is their background medically?
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of diseases, chronic diseases are there in their family? You see, how was this person brought up? How what are the values of the family this person comes in? What are their religious beliefs? Do a lot of background checking. Has this person ever been married? Has he ever had kids? You see, do some background check. Don't just meet a person in a day and you feel like, wow, he's the short, brown, and awesome that I wanted. Or the tall, dark, and handsome. Don't just see him physically. Do a thorough background check.
It's important.
Yes.
But I feel it's a little bit difficult to do a very thorough background check, especially where somebody is coming from, because you don't get the chance to interact with people from home, from their side. It's a little bit hard, but it's something that somebody can try.
But you see, those times you're taken for visit, jaribu tu kuangalia. Find a person, a friend of this person who can be able to tell you, because hakuna kitu mbaya kama uingie kwa relationship alafu upate vitu zenye kwa kina hawa watu ufanya they don't agree with your values. You see, maybe they believe on certain things that you totally don't believe in. What are you going to do about that? Because once you marry a person, you marry the whole family.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. There is something somebody should know.
Yeah. Once you get married to this person, you're getting married to the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their parents will be part of you. They are going to be your parents. You are going now to have in-laws. So what kind of people are they?
Yeah, how are you going to handle them?
How are you going to handle them?
Yeah.
Do they have somebody suffering from with a chronic disease that you'll have to be chipping in financially?
Wow, yeah.
You see, just check kabisa. It's not just a matter of waking up and deciding this is the person. Do a thorough background check.
I had a point that relates to that, which is how does this person participate at home?
Yeah.
Let's say maybe this person you're getting married to, they are the one financing at home. Everything at home, they're the one financing. Are you comfortable to settle with this person being the breadwinner at home? Not only you are home, but he's also a breadwinner at home. Are you comfortable with that? That when you do your shopping, when you do your budget, he slashes half of his budget, it goes home. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with him going home probably every weekend or something because they are needed there because of 1, 2, 3 at home? Are you comfortable with that? Probably their parents are sick and they need to be there constantly to go checking up on them. Are you ready for this before you get married to this person? You should understand, probably they have a sister, a relative who is not well or has problems, has health problem, and they keep on chipping in to take care or to buy medicine for their sister. Are you ready for this? Are you prepared for this? Before you get there, ask your partner about all those background information so that you can learn, am I comfortable to get in this space considering all these factors stated?
Yeah, exactly. And also about the family, I also thought that you should discuss about how you're going to financially assist them. Is it going to be 50-50? Tulituma 10,000 kwenu, tutume 10,000 kwetu. Unaona? Or are you going to check the needs? You see, we come in as two different partners. Maybe you're financially stable and I come from a needy family. So maybe tukae chini tuangalie. If we say a 50-50 kind of help, maybe in kwenu, it is not needed much. And kwetu, it is needed, or the other way around. How are we going to be helping them? How are we going to be visiting them? Kuna watu kasirika, umeenda kwenu sana. Ama mimi natakanga uende once per month. So these things discuss before so that you don't hurt each other along the way. Marriage is a very critical issue.
Yeah, it's a learning, it's a work in progress anyways. There are a lot of things that you are going to learn later, but these are some of the things that you should learn before so that you go there in marriage prepared mentally, physically, and emotionally. So also,
your next point?
My next point, I'll just relate with that. Have money talk, including financial goals. I wrote a lot of things in terms of finances. I wrote, where are your finances? Where are your investments? what do you save, how much do you save, debts and all that. So this is something I know people should discuss. This is something that you must discuss before you get, this is a must.
It's a must.
Discuss, because this is something that people don't agree on. Especially you find out that as a woman probably you don't want a 50-50 affairs when it comes to sharing finances, expenses, probably bills, paying bills. Probably you don't want to be involved in paying bills, whereas your husband is advocating for 50-50 for you to contribute. You get me? And then there is also an issue with debt.
Discuss your debts.
Discuss your debts before you get married. Tell your partner if you have any debts. Mwambie your time before you get into the marriage and they come to learn later. Let them know that you don't get your full salary, because some of it goes to the debts. You are paying debts, or some of it goes to the fixed saving account. You have a fixed saving account. Let them know before they get there, so that they can be clear. Now I am getting this marriage and I know that my husband or my wife has dedicated or has split his finances and is going to pay debts or is going to for the savings. Something that you should discuss.
Yeah, and also on about money, you should also discuss, are we going to have a joint account? Are we going to have separate accounts? What will happen when we need to do a big investment? Do you expect me to chip in? Are we supposed to get money from that joint account? Are we supposed to see the cost of the investment and share in between? Discuss. Money is a big issue.
It's a big issue.
Money is a big issue. Know how you're going to split your bills. Who is going to pay what and what? Who is not supposed to pay what and what? Who is supposed to go to work? What are your spending habits?
Yeah, especially spending habits, because you might find that you're connecting, you're marrying somebody who is a spendthrift. Are you going to be comfortable with that? Probably a lot of their finances goes to takeouts, what and what, spending on just luxuries. That is where their finances go to. Are you comfortable with that? Is this person willing to change when you get married? Or are you not, don't you advocate for that? Are you willing to fix this person or fix yourself to this person? Which one are you willing to do?
Yeah, you should know so that you get ready.
Yeah,
money is a big issue because money is needed. Apart from love, money is also needed in a relationship to make most of the things work and to give you that comfortable life you want. So have a lengthy discussion.
Also, I think there is need to discuss how this person has spent money previously in their previous life. Before you guys met, how has this person been spending money? Is it reasonably? Does it seem like this person is prepared for the future? Does this person spend their money in a way that you see is a responsible person? For especially for men, how is this person spending their money? Are they spending their money most in drinking, partying, with friends, with relatives? Where is their money? When you look at them like this, can I see your finances? Can I see where you have spent your money previously before I met you? What do you have as a person that you bought for yourself, or you've acquired? Have you saved? Do you have a saving account? Where is your money? Can I see your money?
Yeah, it is very important. And also agree, are we going to be saving? Are we going to have insurances? What are we going to do? Are we saving for our kids? Do we have an account for them? Discuss, have a lengthy discussion about marriage. What is the source of your money? Takana mtu hapo anakufresha na pesa. Kumbe uko nje ni mgondi. So get to know the source of income of your partner so that you are able to know this is clean money. It is clean money. He gets this money from a business. He gets this money, maybe he's employed. He gets this money because he also has some other small businesses. So discuss a lot. Discuss when we get married, do we start something that is ours? Do we start a business that is for both of us? Or how in the long run, how are we going to be sustained financially? What happens when one person loses the job?
What will happen? That is something.
Sasa kwanza hapo. In case we were doing 50-50, what if I lose my job? What are we going to do?
What will happen?
Hey, I saw somewhere, so this is a story. I saw somewhere, the wife Initially, the wife was employed. So, and the man was not. So the lady could foot all the bills, and he also helped the man. He also helped him in sourcing for jobs, connections too. So ikaenda hivyo, then they became, but when the guy didn't have a job, the lady could tell him, so at least utafute hata kama ni job ingine yenye si ya career, you start doing at least for us to be able to be financially somewhere. So they stayed, and then finally the husband got a job, a well-paying job. You see, he started earning more than the wife. Haya, kiburi.
Pengia.
So you should also know how your person behaves when he has a lot of money.
Yeah. True.
You should know, because kama hana, maybe he's there, he's all loving, he's all submissive, he's all whatever, but akipata, kiburi nampeleka uko juu. He now stops seeing you. You see? So it happened, the guy got that job, he started getting paid more than the wife. So akaanza kurelate, so ana relate sasa na watu wa hiyo type sasa.
Wenye wako na pesa.
Na wenye wako na pesa. So ikafika point, the lady, bad luck, she lost the job. So she had to be a stay-at-home wife. Ile madharau alionyeshwa na jamaa. He started madharau. He will not talk to this lady. Ile silent treatment. When he comes, ukiomba pesa, na si nilikupea jana, kwani ulifanyia nini? Or he starts saying as if you're misusing the finances he's giving you. Hivyo. Ikaenda hivyo, he started having an affair with a lady uko kwa job. You see, so when the lady confronted the man, akamwambia, kwani wewe uoni siku hizi umejiangusha? Wewe uoni siku hizi hata uko chini? Mimi na relate na fulani kwa sababu hata ideas zake ni za growth, na relate na yeye kwa sababu anakaa mtu mwenye ako na akili na you see. Na anamwambia hivyo, amesahau pali huyu mtu alimtoa. Akiwa na job, when she was employed, alisahau. Even the man didn't have a job. She forgot. Haya. Then this lady asked the man, so you then help me, give me 50K, I start my own business, a beauty parlor. Mami hapana, so you start a kibanda hapo nje. Unaona hiyo kumdegrade. So anamuuliza, kabisa, pali ulinipata ama level yangu ni ya kibanda. She wasn't saying that the kibanda job was a bad job, but with her level of education and everything, and she knew the man was capable of giving him the 50K, but the man refused. Wewe siweke tu kibanda pale nje. So ikaendelea, they were to start a business, a company with the other lady wa job. Now she told this lady in front of her face, ninaanza biashara na fulani. And it is because she has a good reasoning. Wewe umekaa kwa nyumba, haufikiri tena, you are doing nothing, hata sijui wewe ni wa class gani. So discuss what will happen when one of you loses job.
That is a discussion that you should have.
You should have.
Yeah, what will happen?
What will happen?
How are we going to support each other financially when those circumstances come? How are you going to do? Also, to talk about finances, you should discuss about businesses. What type of business would you want to start? What if you get married and then your husband wants to start a liquor store?
And you're a Christian.
How are you going to do about that? This is something that you should discuss.
It is something.
Somebody might even want to start another business that you don't advocate for, you know. So you should discuss what type of businesses would you want to have.
Yeah. There's a lot to discuss about finances.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So the other thing that you should do or you should know before you get married is that marriage is work.
A lot of work.
Marriage is work. So you are supposed to ask your partner, are you ready to put in the work? Are you ready to fully commit to this marriage? Because love is not enough.
Love is not enough.
Waking up, deciding to choose this person every other day is work.
Is work.
Yes? Conflict resolution is work. How are we going to resolve conflicts when they come? So you have to understand that marriage is not a bed of roses. It is not a bed of roses, and marriage is work. And you have to make it work. If you really want to build that marriage.
Yeah.
Understand that it is a lot of work.
It involves a lot of forgiveness, a lot of letting go of things that make you mad or something, and also adapting or compromising some of the character that you might not advocate for. For instance, probably your husband, when he comes home, anatoa socks anarusha
na upendi
na unamwambia constantly, and they keep on forgetting. Maybe they are willing to take those socks, but they keep on forgetting. You as the woman, what are you supposed to do? Out of love, you just take those socks unapeleka.
Little by little they learn.
Yeah, they learn, or you just get used to helping them because they're your partner, you love them. And since you don't like and they don't even recognize it's an issue, why wouldn't you do? Out of love, just take the socks and take them to the bedroom. Yeah.
You know what I've learned in marriage so far is that you have to have a lot of grace.
Yeah.
You see? And you see, whatever you don't like your partner doing, I came to know that or to understand that there are also things that you are doing that they don't like.
Yeah, sure.
You see, and they're not bringing up, making it to be a big issue because there's a goal. You see, these are things that I can politely tell you and you correct. So you should have more grace. Give grace to your partner. Allow them to do mistakes before they get, because there's a phase mtakuja tu mwelewane kabisa, because you keep on learning about your partner every day. Every day you keep on learning what they want. Today they will not show you this is what they want, but kidogo kidogo tu unakuja. There's a certain type of food maybe utapika, hawakwambii hawapendi, simply because maybe you're still young in marriage, they don't want to hurt you. But as you grow, kuna vitu tu zitakujanga ku unfold. You find them being more open to you. You find them telling you things more and more because you've now grown into that marriage. So understand that marriage is work, and you should be ready for the work.
One thing I know about marriage is that it is selfless.
Yes.
You need to go there selfless. Don't go there being selfish, thinking things according to your way. It's not all about you. It's about the two of you. What makes the two of you happy? For instance, if a certain thing, if certain food your partner doesn't like, you can't keep on cooking the same meal while rest they don't like it. You have to adjust to something both of you like, or probably adjust. Sometimes you cook what he likes, even though you don't like it, you cook and share the meal together. It's a lot of commitment, sacrificing a lot. There's a lot of sacrifice that comes with marriage, but most importantly, there is love.
Yes.
I always tell people when somebody asks me, what should I do because I'm supposed to get married? I tell them, love. Let love guide you. What you will not want to be done to you, don't do to your partner. Don't do something intentionally to hurt your partner. Just do things out of love. Because you love this person, what am I going to do? If they do something that hurts me, how am I going to act out of love? I always say the basis of marriage, the foundation is love. So correct everything that happens there with love. If you're correcting somebody, it's easy. It's easy to correct somebody with love, and they are going to change. Other than correcting them with anger, or if your partner has done you wrong, you just approach them and tell them, this one doesn't make me happy, babe, and I would wish that you would change this. And if they keep on forgetting, keep approaching it with love, and eventually they are going to change.
They're going to change, definitely. Wow. So understand marriage is work, and you're supposed to be ready to put in the work, and not you alone, both of you, because it takes two to tangle, and it takes two to make it work.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Wow.
Any other?
The other thing, learn about their circle. Learn about their friends, who they hang out with. This is something that you should learn. Before you get married, you should do a research or learn. Let your partner introduce you to their best friend. You need to know what kind of people does this person hang around with, and how often does this person meet with their friends. How often, friends wake wamemfika wapi, to what extent, to what does he or she have boundaries when it comes to friendship. Unaweza patana, you've married somebody is married and all they bring at home ni kila time kuna marafiki tu kwa nyumba, and it might be uncomfortable for you, but it is comfortable for them. Anatakanga tu watu wajae kwa nyumba, lakini unataka space yako. Now discuss this thing, discuss about friends and boundaries when it comes to friendship. Unaweza wafikisha how far can they come and how far can they not come, you know? Discuss this thing, discuss about their friends. It's very important to know the friends that your partner hangs around with. Mwingine partner wake ni wakupiga udaku na marafiki zake, the woman kazi yake ni udaku na kuleta wasichana na udaku, ama issue ikitokea mtu wa kwanza kupigia ni marafiki zake. So this is something I should discuss. You see, when it comes with issue with friendship, also discuss their opposite sex friends. Learn, kama it's a guy, make sure that you know friends wake wenye ni ladies, and ujue boundaries wanakuanga now with these ladies,
because they must have a boundary.
They must have boundaries, and if they don't have boundaries, are you willing
to tolerate
that? Are you willing? Kama the person anaongeanga na yeye sana ni huyo best friend yake, na best friend yake is a lady na he's a guy, are you going to be comfortable with that? Ama you a woman akona best friend but the best friend is a guy, are you willing to have him in your space? Ama they'll have to cut off the relationship ama the friendship with this person. Alafu pia when it comes to friendship, I think people should discuss on who they are going to befriend after the marriage. Unapata mtu, you guys are married, but at this time this person doesn't even have a lot of friends, but eventually coworker amekuja, and coworker has come at work and they become best friends. Are you willing to take that? And probably is opposite gender, are you willing to take that? That is something that you should discuss.
Wow. That is, it is a lot. You just have to discuss about that, because you see, at times the type of circle you have determines how you'll also be.
Yeah, sure.
Because if you have drunkard friends, automatically
he's going to be a drunkard eventually.
If you have friends who are into women, womanizers, you see, if you have friends who do not value their wives, who talk lowly about their wives, you're also going to find things to talk lowly about your wife. So the kind of people you hang around with determines the pace you're going to set in your marriage.
Let me ask you, do you think it is right for a married man or a married woman to have friends that are not married?
Depends with the person and the kind of boundaries they have. Because you can have friends na wanajua kabisa hii line upiti. Because again, you won't dictate the kind of friends they are going to have, but it takes them.
But do you
their
know,
discipline.
It's different when it comes to discussion. What kind of discussion are they having with these people? Unajua sa probably when they are around the single people, or they're discussing probably if they are ladies, it's men. How they met other men, how blah 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 blah. It might affect somebody. So for me, I think when you get married, you should be intentional of who your friends are. Especially what kind of discussion are you guys having? Is the discussion that we are having going to ruin me mentally and I might view my marriage differently? Is it going to affect me as a person in my marriage, or is it going to build me as a person in that marriage? Yeah.
But you know, if they are good friends, hata kama they are singles, and you communicate that boundary, that I am married and I still want us to continue being friends, because they probably the friendship is also helpful. So you communicate to them that discussion kama za the kind of men you have and all that. Discuss mkiwa peke yenu, nikiwa to discuss vitu zingine, because you still don't want to lose the single friends. You still don't want to lose them because maybe they helped you in a way. Ama the friendship pia ni worthy to keep. Lakini sasa una draw boundaries. Unawambia mimi si unaona nilishavuka. So hizi vitu zenye zitafanya nione ni kama maybe nili make wrong choice, ama maybe ni vibaya niliolewa bado ningeendelea kukaa single ni have fun. Vitu kama hizo ndio tu ni build chenye nilianza. Let us just have a boundary.
Don't talk about that.
I think the boundary will work. Other than getting married and dropping them completely.
Hey, you cannot drop your friends. Personally, most of my friends actually are not married.
Yeah. Sasa boundaries tu ndo
friends,
mtaweka.
yeah.
Boundaries tu ndo mtaweka. That was yours?
Yeah, that was fine.
So, the other thing that you should know before you get married, or you should discuss. We probably mentioned it as we began, but discuss faith and spirituality.
Yeah.
What does religion mean to you?
Yeah.
What church do you go to? Is it the same? Do you go to PCI, go to Catholic? What are we going to do? Should we keep on going to different churches? Should we find a common church? How committed are you in church? Do you serve? Do I expect that most of the time you'll be in church because you have some commitments? How are we going to deal with finances or contributing to the church? Are you a giver? How am I going to help you continue giving? How will the difference in the religion impact our marriage? Because you find out that Christianity is also a backbone in marriages, because it with God it helps sustain the marriage. So how is it going to affect us? Because when I am maybe when one partner is spiritually grown and built, and maybe you find another who is not, are you going to help me grow, or will it be easy for me to pull you from your spirituality backwards? Are you willing to leave your spirituality for me, or are you willing to disciple me into spirituality? How are we going to raise godly children? What church are we going to go? Are we going to be involved in activities revolving church? It is very important. I'm talking that because I'm a Christian. Yeah, I'm a Christian, so I resonate more with that point. That should discuss about your faith and about your spirituality. Maybe when ni Mkristo, mwingine ni Muislamu, what are you going to do? Are you going to who is going to live what? Or are you going to kila mtu remain pahali pake? You see, so it is important to discuss. Ama mimi nimeokoka na wewe unapenda hujaokoka, tukae aje? Tubaki hivyo? Mimi nikae na wewe unaenda rave ama unafanya whatever a Christian is not supposed to do. So discuss these things, because in one way or another they are going to really affect your marriage.
So that is a discussion you should have. Make sure that you have that discussion before you get married, because it's a serious and very tricky conversation.
Uko hapo unaomba, mwingine anasikia ni kama umemwamsha na makelele. You see, so it is very important to discuss, so that when you hear me pray, you know that I'm continuing to build my spirituality kwa sababu nilipata hii. And whatever you should work on is now both of you, kama both of you are Christian, you should work on kujijenga and to grow each other more spiritually. So have that discussion. It is important.
Another thing that you should do before you get married, ignore all norms and beliefs that you hear about marriage. Achana nazo zote. Enda hapo, I always tell people, go and build your own heaven. Go and build your own heaven. Achana na zile umesikia. To add on that, don't compare. When you get there, expect your marriage to be like somebody else. Umeona ya Paula and you wish it to be like for Paula's. You go there with the mentality that this is how things are supposed to be done. This is how a man should treat a woman. You know, I know my friend got married. His man helps him around with work chores. Unisaidii. So nani aliolewa, yeye anafanyanga chores zote za nyumba. Whereas unataka kusaidiwa, kwa nini unataka kusaidiwa? I saw my parents, the way I grew, my father never helped my mom in anything. So why do you want me to help you? The way I know, for me, a woman should do all the house chores alone. I'm supposed to be there and provide. Why are you doing all this? Why do you want me to help you?
Or you grew up unaona ladies wanachapwa.
Wanachapwa.
So nitaka kukuja hapo unichape.
Na si big deal kwako. So usikuje na norms zako. Come build your own heaven. Have your own cultures, have your own beliefs. Mtengeneze, how comfortable are you? If it's about the bills, since you're working and I'm working, let's share these bills this and this way. If it's about chores, we are both tired from work. How are we going to help each other work on these chores? Other than having your own picture. Don't come with an entire picture. Don't go there with an entire picture of how marriage should be. Because your marriage is not somebody else's marriage. Your man, your husband, your wife or your woman is not somebody else's woman. It's your woman. Can you understand them from that point of view? This is my woman. How am I going to treat my woman? How comfortable is my woman how comfortable is she to do house chores? How does she want me to help her? How does she want me to build her? If it's the man, how does my man want to be treated? If it's about finances, how should we share? How is he comfortable sharing finances? Usiende hapo na policies zako that mi najua mwanaume anafaa provide. Provide, mistake. I don't want to be involved in that provision. Provide, that is not my business. Whereas probably you're working, and according to him, he wants a woman that is bringing something on the table in terms of finances. He wants the help. Don't go there with your norms. Go and create your own heaven.
Yeah, maybe to add on that, I would say, with the norms and every other thing you saw or you see in other marriages. You are creating yours. It is yours. So if you come from a broken family, a broken family should not come from you.
Yeah.
All right. If you come from a polygamous marriage and that is not what you advocate for, it shouldn't come from you. So whatever bad thing you saw and whatever thing you know about marriage, leave that alone and now build yours how you want it to be. And to add on that, Pia, when you say beliefs and norms and coming with a picture, I think we should also discuss our expectations.
I wrote up, I had that point.
Yes, we discuss our expectation. I expect that we are both working. At least when you get back home, you help me with the kids, you help me assist them. Are you still helping me? See, they are our kids. You help our kids do homework. You help them this and this as I do this and this. You communicate whatever you're expecting, your expectations. I expect that you protect me. I expect that you do you communicate your expectations, kabisa.
You should communicate. Kama you are those type of women that believe in 50-50. That is a discussion that you should have with your husband. Agree on what are you going to adapt. Is this a 50-50 affair or is it a 100-0 affair? How are we going to share responsibility in this house? What do you expect? Do you expect your woman to be doing all the chores? And do you, especially when it comes to washing clothes, probably you don't, as the man doesn't want their clothes to be washed by the house help or mama fua, anataka wewe ufue, nguo zangu zisifuliwe na mtu mwingine,
anilete washing machine.
Exactly. You see, that is a discussion that you should have. Usiende hapo una expect utatafuta mama fua na yeye hataki mama fua, anataka wewe ufue. Ikuwe an issue between the two of you. That is something that you will discuss. The expectation ya vitu kama hizo. Kama you are the provider as the man, mimi na expect for instance, probably wewe umelelewa. Mimi when I was growing up, I used to see my dad come kila siku nyumbani na mkate na maziwa. Hiyo nilikuwa polisi, mimi nilikuwa najua
expect akuje kwa nyumba bila kitu.
Akuja bila kitu.
Kama
amesimama aje. So that is something that I communicated to my husband. I have seen this and this with my dad. And for him, that is not something he had ever seen. So we had to create a common ground. Sometimes I'll be coming with it, but sometimes I'll be forgetting because this is not something that I am used to. So you create a common ground such that akikuja bila usikasirike.
Na usiende hapo ukitaka kuchange mtu kabisa. Uende hapo kumchange. At least you're communicating, you're expecting either to do na feel hapa na pale as he gets to know. Like me, I was expecting, because I grew up seeing my dad do most of the things. My dad could cook for us. Angepika, angeingia kwa shamba, anajua leo tutapika ugali, anaingia anachukua sukuma, anakata. Until now he does it.
I know.
He does it. Sai. So my mama akiwa pahali na achelewe, she's sure she's going to get a meal. Na hata wasumbua, atapika whatever is available. So me, I expected to I expected, because now that is, I thought all men do that. I thought men helped in chores. Ataamka, atapiga pasi, leo amke, apike, amke, afanye tu 1, 2 or 3, because I saw my dad doing most of the things. Hajui ati hii ni kazi ya mwanamke, hii ni kazi ya mwanaume. I didn't see that in my dad. So me, I expected a lot of help. A lot of help. Kabisa mimi nili expect yo. Juu niliona. My mom didn't bother on things. Ati ironing clothes. As leteni zote mwenieke hapa. Nita iron. Sinye you, every other person is busy. Huyu anaosha nyumba, huyu anapika chai, mama anakoka ya kuku, huyu anafanya. So my dad is going to do it for us. I saw him do that. And I expected. Kumbe ni ngumu kwa watu wengine. Sikujua. I didn't know it's hard to other people. Guy, but that thing. Lakini people should learn how to help other people. Learn to help your spouse. Hata kama learn to help. This person is not a robot.
And a human being.
And
to add on it, so you love this person. Mi nasemanga let love rule. You love this person. Will you want this person to be suffering and you are watching?
Hata men jueni hivi. A tired woman is an angry woman.
Ata project
the anger that comes with being tired, sisi natokaga wapi? Yaani unaona tu kila kitu kikubodha. So akitulearn kusaidiana. Kama kabisa unaona nimeshikika na kitu and there is something you can do. It does not lower you from being a man. It does not lower you from being a man.
Usikia before you get married.
It does not lower you from being a man. You're still a man even if you help me cook. You're still a man even if you do dishes.
Yes.
Discuss how important their career is and their ambition.
I had that point. Let me read it for you before you continue. You should discuss vision, dreams, jobs they plan to do.
Yes, because you're not supposed to discuss how attached are you to your job. Are you supposed to work on weekends? Are you supposed to work on holidays? Are you supposed to work at how late are you supposed to arrive? Will you go back to school? Will you further your studies? Are we financially stable to help you build that vision? Do you travel a lot? How are you going to create time for the family? You see, it is a lot to discuss about career. What does career mean to you? Maybe it is you have put your all into that career. How are you going now to at least release so that you can also be able to accommodate family? It is very important.
Do you even plan to further your studies? What are you planning in career wise? Do you want ever to change your career? Do you want to improve in this and these skills? As a woman, as a man, how am I going to support you? How am I going to cheer you up to achieve your dreams? How am I going to cheer you up achieve your vision? Is your vision meaningful or does it not make sense? You know, at that time you discuss those things. If your dream is to start this and this business, is it a good idea? Or will I pin you down because I don't want you to start that business? What will I do? How am I going to advise you as my partner? How am I going to support you as my partner? Where do I come in?
So discuss that a lot, because sometimes the kind of work you do will also require you to come home with work. You do it from home. So mi niko hapo nimekasirika yangu yote because you are from work, you again come home with work. When are we going to have our time? But you see, when it's something that I know coming into marriage, I'll know that kuna point na itafika, you are overwhelmed with work. Maybe there are seasons, different seasons in your workplace. There are times when work is a lot and it demands a lot from you. So I'm going to know, I'll be knowing and I'll be aware that there are times that we will need you and you will be working for the sake of the family. But I will also see from you that you're also working towards creating time for us, no matter how busy you are. From both of you. How are you both finding time for you? Don't let you allow yourself to be married and you're also married to your jobs. It can be frustrating because you also have kids who also need you. So just no matter how busy you are, just know that your family should also come first, because you're replaceable at work. You're not replaceable in your family. Your kids are not going to have another father. Your kids are not going to have another mother. But once you leave your job, the same day you leave, the same day somebody comes as your replacement. The same day you die, mkiwa matanga, mtu mwingine already amechukua space yako.
You're so dispensable
Yeah.
everywhere else apart from home.
Yes.
Apart from your family, apart
Yes.
from your partner, everyone else will treat you as dispensable, because the moment you leave, they will have somebody who is a replacement. But for your children, they will never get a replacement. You know, their real dad will never be there. If you don't participate, in their bringing up, they will always have something that is missing. So just dedicate yourself at work. Include also talking about dreams and vision. I have one thing to add. Talk about investment.
Yeah.
And are we going to do investment together? It's an individual journey. If I want to invest in something, it's personal. Or are we going to work as a team? That is something you should discuss about, because sometimes you will see when you get home, or you get married, your husband might want to do investment alone, whereas for you are anticipating to work together. Yeah, that is something that you should discuss.
Yeah, probably as we wind up, you should also discuss about your triggers.
Wow.
Your triggers. What makes you angry? What makes you happy? Does me leaving socks everywhere make you angry? Does you coming home late make you angry? Does you bringing gifts to me make me happy? Just discuss what triggers you, either to be angry or triggers your happiness. Just discuss, so that somebody might find themselves doing the right thing, not to trigger anger from you, but to do things that are going to make you happy, at least, because or you're married to at least see your partner happy. You're married to at least see yourself both enjoying the marriage. So discuss your triggers. Because once you know that this is going to make my partner feel sad, I'm not going to do it. If this makes her happy, I'll do it even more. So discuss your triggers.
Also, to add on that, also discuss your conflict resolution
strategies.
Yes. Usipatane na silent treatment na wewe sio silent treatment.
Wewe ni wa kuongea.
Wewe ni wa kuongea.
Hapsa hiyo.
Na kuongea tu unarusha tu mdomo na yeye hapendi kurushwa mdomo. Discuss about that.
Yeah, discuss how are you going to solve your ziko sagi. You are but then you should come aware. Ule enje unapatananga naye on a date. For those few minutes, hamjawahi kasirishana. Huku mtakasirishana. Huku lazima mtakasirishana, mtasolve aje. How are you going to solve your conflict? Because it is inevitable. We are humans.
Muulize akikasirika anafanyanga nini? Ama anakunyamazia 24 hours, ama yeye ni wa kuongea na yeye ni wa kupayuka,
ama yeye ni wa kupigia fulani. Unajua huyu amenikasirisha, muongelesheni mtoto wenu. Discuss how they deal with the conflict and how you're going to resolve your conflict. Yes, I believe you have learned a thing or two. Please make sure you do them. Make sure you do that before you get married. It is very important. Marriage is a lifetime commitment. You don't want to get married today and tomorrow you're so tired about the marriage. You want to get married and enjoy marriage forever. Till eternity, you just want to choose this person. You just want to be around them. You just want to create a spark between the two of you because you made the right choice. You made the right decision because you've gone through these questions together. Na unajua ninaingia kwa hii ndoa, ninaoa nani? Ninaoa nani? Until the next time. Bye bye.
Adios.